Hey guys, and welcome to my first ever actual official YouTube video. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Vernon. My name's Vernon. I'm a 16-year-old makeup artist from the town Worcester. I run an Instagram page, Atlantic Beauty. So for years and years, people have been asking me to make a YouTube channel, and here I am again. So in front of me, I have a whole bunch of products that I'm going to do doing a look from Ms. James Charles. This look. I'm going to try and recreate this look today on my head and try and change some of it with it. Probably improve on the I don't know, maybe improve the highlight a little bit more and maybe the lightning a little bit more. Because I did this look yesterday and it came out really bad. It's on my Instagram if you want to see that. So for this look, I'm going to recreate it. I will put my Instagram, his Instagram, my friend's Instagram, and my friend's photography Instagram as well account, because he helped me to edit this. So I've done my base off camera, and I've done my eyebrows and my contour and highlight, contour bronzer off camera. We'll go into the Morphe 35B today, because those are the three shades that I need to use. I need to use Deep Dive, Pebble, and what else is it? I've got the list of the shades here. Deep Dive, Sky, and Denim today. So we're going to go into these three shades here. So that one, and that one. So I'm going to start off by removing the bake underneath my eyelids, because they've been on there for about 50 minutes while I was doing my base. And I feel like I'm already snatched enough underneath that anyway. Some people may beg to differ, but I beg to agree. So while I'm removing this bake, I'm going to explain what type of techniques I'm going to be using and the brushes that I'm going to be using and what I'm going to do with them afterwards. So I'm going to use this brush, and this brush is kind of, I would use this as a bronzing or a bake removal, okay, for my under eyes. So I'm going to dip into Sky today, because that is the base colour I'm going to put down. And I'm just going to start to pack it on lightly and just move it to the temple of my forehead. So you see I'm like making this kind of like outline there. I'm going to bring it through my eyebrow as well, because it's going to cover my eyebrow. And I need to pack a lot of this blue eyeshadow on, because yesterday it worked, but it didn't work very well, as you can imagine. So I'm going to start to do it on the other eye as well, because I have a problem with my eyes where I can't replicate one thing on the other eye. So I can do one thing on this eye perfectly fine, but on this eye it will always tend to struggle. So this is why I always just do both eyes at the same time, that way I can get a nice outline of where I want to go. I also have a plan to turn myself into one of the Avatar characters at some point, when I can get some face paint and some things like that. It should be fun for you guys to like watch. Now my normal editing schedule would be on the Friday at 6:30 or 7:30. But I'm not going to change that upload date, but I will change the upload times sometimes. So if I'm going to change the upload time, I would always put on my Instagram story saying changing upload time, and then I'll put the new time and like a link to my bio, or not my bio, I mean my channel, and I will always upload on that day, on that Friday, and if you're lucky, I will always give the first, let's say 5 or 10 people a shout out on my Instagram stories, because I just hit 6,000 followers, which doesn't seem like a lot to some people, but for me it's a lot, because I thought I would never reach that much. It feels like only yesterday I reached about 1k or something like that. It just feels so long. So I'm just blending, Deep Dive and Sky slightly together. And you see how like it's creating this type of spacey, alien-y type of vibe look. I'm going to move that out of the way, because it's getting in my way. So I'm dipping into Deep Dive, and I'm just going to swoosh it around. I'm not going to tap off the access, because the access will give me the depth I want to have. And I'm going to just bring it down my nose as well, and really just focus. How did he do the face contour? Okay, it looks like he got deep dive, not deep dive, denim, and deep dive as well, with a little bit of with a little bit of pebble. This is hard, you guys. This is hard. Turning myself into a flipping storm. Never thought I would be doing this again. I will be shouting out a lot of people soon in my story if they DM me privately. If you don't already follow me, the link will be in my description down below when this goes up on Friday. Or if you're already watching this on Friday, it's Friday. Happy Friday to everyone that's watching this on the Friday. It is kind of hard to record at this point because my lighting is really bad. But I am trying my best. As soon as my ring light arrives, because it's been back ordered, I will be doing that immediately. So I'm just going in still with Sky a little bit and just packing it up where I want it to go, and then blending it to make sure the colours kind of like marry together. You don't want it to look kind of chalky and awful. So I'm just gonna go in and just do this quickly. Now, I'm getting underneath here, which I believe he didn't do. No, he didn't. So, I'm just gonna try and get a little bit of my sponge. Do you know what? I think if it just goes underneath it, I can just call it a shadow where it went. Yeah, let's call it a shadow. I have no idea what I'm going to call this tutorial because I'm not really explaining a lot. So I'm just currently blending that upwards to where my highlights would go and where my kind of like contour line is as well. I'm just going to try to get this to match. Now I'm going to get a brush like this, which is like a nice doe 30. I would use this for contouring my nose sometimes, usually. I'm going to get some Sky still, so I'm still dipping into this shade right here. I'm just going to tap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, and I'm just going to start to bring that in there because it isn't wanting to stick and attach to my base, which is unusual because it worked yesterday, which I don't get why it's doing it now. So I never thought I'd be painting myself with blue eyeshadow for a video, but here I am painting myself with blue eyeshadow. So I'm just going to bring that into my eyelid as well. So I want to just kind of like completely and utterly, so let's get in the mirror, I have to completely and utterly just really get that in. I look like I'm turning into Violet from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Violet, you're turning violet! Apart from I'm not turning violet, I'm turning blue. Oh. Turning into a Smurf. Let's call it that. I'm turning into a Smurf girl. I'm just going to carry on blending and praying that this works. How did he... So when he was doing this on his forehead, it looks like he missed, if you guys can see, it looks like he's missed part there. So I think if I go from here, start to just draw that outline. So I'm just going to start to draw that outline and start to bring any excess that's on that brush still. Sorry, 1 minute. Come on, that's it. That's it. Zoom in. Okay, so it looks like he's done his kind of from there. Now this does look a little bit chalky, but trust me, once I blend it out, it will look good slightly. Trust me, child, trust me. I never thought I'd paint myself blue, but I am painting myself blue today. What is my life to come? I am going to hopefully start to do some giveaways. I will only do them at the moment. I apologise to anyone in the US if they're watching in the US. to them, because I can only do the UK because of shipping and prices and stuff. I will be probably doing some makeup giveaways where I'll put like some products from Morphine and like nice things like that. I'll hopefully do some clothing giveaways and like things like that. So while I'm just currently blending this, I'm going to try and blend this into my contour. It looks like he's blended his in as well. Yeah. I'm just looking at my phone for reference at the moment. Yeah, it looks like he's blended it into his contour. So I've got to bring this down more and move it up this way. I'm cleaning these brushes thoroughly afterwards, by the way. Thoroughly. But I'm kind of living for this fantasy at this point. Like, bitch, she better work. So I'm just gonna bring this up to my eyelid. And I'm gonna bring it on my eyelid too. Now, why does this look so good on this side slightly, but so not okay on this side? Morphe, I have some questions. I have some very good questions for you, girl. I need to do some more collab videos as well. I want to do some collabs. I also will be doing more Instagram lives where I turn myself into like a galaxy maybe, or like a sunset kind of like moment on my eyes. Not my eyes, I mean on my nose and around here. I'm planning on really expanding my makeup looks. Now, or isn't it one? What if I got a beauty blender and just put the beauty blender on? I'm the only one in this room, so like, what's happening to me? I'm turning insane. Alright, I'm just gonna blend and fade, children. Just gonna fade that into my forehead and my kind of like part where my hair is shaved. I am just blending and trying to make this look presentable for you guys. It looks like he had his thunder, well, it's not like lightning coming mainly from here. So I believe if I got my bridge of my nose, I've got an idea quickly, 1 minute. I'm just gonna get a little bit of denim on this brush that I brought from Primark because I'm cheap. Just gonna start to really kind of try and chisel my nose out. This literally looks like a Morphe M52, I think. M452, I think. Oh, you know that little nose contouring brush that you use, like that? So we're getting a little bit of denim still. That actually looks quite good, that got like ombre type of moment. I'm gonna tap off the access on so many levels, because I know I just put a lot on the brush. Oh my god, my nose contour is scary at this point. I was doing this for 3 hours yesterday, not thinking that I would have to then remove it and try and edit the video, and the video didn't want to edit. Typical. Would it be a vanilla YouTube video without a few technical difficulties? Nope. None at all, hands. None at all. Now, this dark blue, the navy blue, I'm going to get on this Morphe M. I don't know, it's a Morphe M something with a brush. I have used this in ages. Well, I have, but I haven't used it a lot. I'm just going to start to pack the shade Denim into my eyelid crease. And as I'm doing so, I'm just going to start to slowly drag it out, so it will slightly fade as I get out of my temple and towards my temple. So as you can see, it's not fading very well, so I'm just going to get this brush. Really just trying to marry those two colours together. The final look will be good, trust me. I just need better lighting for it next time. I need to get some, I'm gonna get some Sister Setting Spray. Why am I doing James Charles? I'll just kiss your ass. Buy me a palette. Really just get that blue. Oh, that is the look, mama. Come through, bitch. Why isn't I wanting to cover my eyebrows? Come on, cover around my eyebrow, girl. Right, I'm going in with Sky still and just tapping that, blending that in circle motion around my eyebrows. Now I am going to just blend. Now I've blended slightly, I am just going to start to blend that part where it went wrong a little bit more. Now, it looks like he's got a little bit of more of a brownish, kind of blacky-ish colour. So I'm going to mix pebble and denim together on this brush and just slowly try to replicate my nose again. I know my nose contour looks a little bit sharp at this point, but this makeup's extravagant and I don't know why my nose contour is looking so sharp. But this is the skinniest my nose has ever looked on like a camera type of like scenario. It's always looked like kind of thick. I have always had a thick nose anyway, but like, here's my foundation. No good, my foundation's not coming through, but like, this is the skinniest my nose has ever looked. And probably will ever look. I do that once, but when it's your brushes, who gives a shit? Like, when it's your brush, you can do whatever you want with it. If you go use it on someone else's, which I don't, I always buy a new brush if I use it on someone else. Then I always clean my brushes and do that. But every time I've used, I just put myself in the eye. That is not okay. Okay, right, I'm going to get that Morphe brush that I don't know what the name of it is, and just slightly blend that new blue in and back out again. Oh, I see how he's done it now. He's done his kind of like that, so he's not blending it fully out to the temple. Okay, I see how he's done his now. Yeah, I see it. I see it, Miss James Charles. You were thinking that we wouldn't know, but we did know. Now, I'm going to carry on just blending some more of this out because I kind of want it to be a little bit more pigmented. So I'm going to get a little bit of denim on this brush and just try to make this a little bit more deeper. There is going to be plenty of product on this brush because I've put a lot of it on. And I'm just going to blend. Now that I've turned myself into this very blue, questionable kind of like array, if you think of it like that, I'm going to get a little bit more of my dark contour shade again and just try. I see how he's done his. He's done his very face tuned, but it's a good face tune. So I'm going to get this and just slowly feather it down. Oh my god, my nose, look, it's like so skinny on it in person. Oh my god. Oh, bitch. Oh, she's living, she's dying, she's resurrecting. She's currently resurrecting as we speak. I've got to add some more blue here. I'm going to really kind of get into the blue. I want to like turn myself into a galaxy. Should I do that? Like, comment down below, like galaxy letter by letter. Like, do like G split comma A, do it like that. Because like, I would turn myself into a galaxy in any day of the week. Like, I would turn myself into a galaxy on my forehead, girl. Just gotta make sure I don't get stained, bitch, because yesterday I tried to do a galaxy look and I got stained. The house down boots. But my nose looks so skinny. Okay, I don't need that picture anymore. Actually I do. This is an annoying thing with, like, when you think you're done, but you're not done, and it's that how, like, my phone doesn't recognise me because of my makeup. My phone won't recognise me. Oh. I'm currently filming on my iPhone. I'm using my old phone as a reference photo. So it looks like he got a white liquid eyeliner. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a brush and just put a little bit on this brush because last time it transferred, and just, where is he? Okay, so he's gone from here, okay. This is where it kind of starts to come together, but kind of doesn't really want to come together, if you know what I mean. I don't need the Morphe 65B just yet, so I can put that to the side down there. I'm just getting some of this more white eyeliner. I'm going to get my hand and just slightly tap on. I'm going to do practice. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm just going to get this and just lightly go down this line here. Now, it looks like he's got his going round by his cheek and by his eyelash more, so I'm going to start to draw it here and start to just really try to just really get it. So this is going to try and join onto this part of this kind of like moment, if you will. So let's just try. I think I found the trick. I found the trick, sissies. You go up instead of down when you're doing it. So this is turning my thingy blue slightly, so let's just pray that this works. I've got a hair in my way. This is where I'm really good at to focus the house down boots, because he's got one coming down his nose. Hello, down his nose. So he's got it coming down his nose and then onto this part of his here. Okay, right. Oh, that's a little bit thick of a line there. How do you make it so thin? If you can hear my mum in the background, it's because she's in a meeting. And I didn't know she was going to be in a meeting, so, like, that's why you can probably hear someone talking in the background. But this lighting is kind of doing it. I should just put like a liquid pen eyeliner type of thing. Okay, it looks like he's got it coming down from this point here. going into his eyebrow, and then coming down, but I'm going to need a little bit more of a kind of like way where it goes splits into two, because his is going straight down to here. I'm going to do it where it splits off from this part here. It really just see how like that's coming slightly together. It's coming together slightly, but not a lot. So I'm going to do a little bit of a that line, girl. No, I think this is kind of working. But yet again, I could be wrong. So wrong. Just so wrong in every way. So it looks like he's now got his lightning kind of the same on this side too. So from here, oh, that arm's a little bit thick. No, I think that's how Ethan is. Ethan is more down here. This lighting on, oh my god, I've seen the fantasy. I've turned it to Valentina. The fantasy is right here. I have one coming straight from the top of my forehead, so this really isn't going to work very well. Let's try this with the brush. I think I'm adding some sort of texture to it, even if it is going to fail. How's it? I think the first part of lightning I did was kind of good, but then this part, oh, I really went into town. I need to find a really nice place. Oh, I'm literally getting purple, or purple blue all on my hand for this. So let's just really... think this kind of wants to come together now. I haven't put a lot of lighting on and I've been recording for 30 minutes. Oh, for God's sake. I'm going to buy myself a shed and just make it a beauty room now. I think this is enough of the white. I know I'm just going to try and add a little bit more of like whiteness to it. But that is all my lighting all done. As you can see, it looks kind of good. Not on this side though, but I'm going to try and just add a little bit more dimension and focus to that. So let me just add that real quick. I can't believe it actually now. It's great. Not great actually when you're trying to do a really correct look and you know just starts to itch. That's better. I think this is slightly working. I mean, it looks slightly like bolty. I think I may do something quickly with this blends down into natural, kind of like skin. I may have another line going from here. Oh, that line was a little bit thick. Oh. Really just trying to focus and get this done, girl. I'm trying to make this my own now because like I don't want it to look too close to his. So I'm just trying to add a little bit more. All of those things to this. So yeah. What flip was that look? What's that? But I think this came out really good. Like, all it needs now is a little bit of highlights, which I'm going to be using the Morphe 55B for, because that's a nice shimmery shade. That I'm going to be using the shade, what shade should I use? I need to get a highlighting brush, but I'm going to use this brush, which is a nice flat kind of doe fave brush. I'm going to use the shade Azura, And just really I need to find like a 1 minute. I just thought if I mix some of the Body Shop Drops of Gold eyeshadow, not eyeshadow, highlight and this together, will this work? Oh yes. Oh yes. Yes, queen. I don't need that phone anymore, so that phone can go over here. You know, it's ragingly hot that phone is now. Believe it or not, I've had that phone for 3 years. And it's done me the world of good, girl. Now I just need to blend that more, but I'm gonna get a nice sponge and just bounce it back. Oh hell no, bitch. Oh hell to the no. Okay, that's highlight. That is a highlight, bitch. We in the business call that a highlight, girl. You know a highlight when it hits you and blinds your face out, bitch? This type of look, a highlight. I'm gonna add a little bit more, but that white's faded, so. That is my look all done, completed. I'm going to just add a little bit more of a highlight using my fingers from the Body Shop on my tip of my nose. Just really dip that in. On the tip. Mainly my Cupid's bow. I'm gonna add a nice. What type of lipstick did he use? He used a I believe it was a blue lipstick, but I don't have a blue lipstick, so I'm gonna use a nice red, nice slap red. I mean, hello. Oh. My bottom lip is naturally very large, so I tend to not overline it. This Kanye and Kanye navigate the internet every other day. It's like okay, that's kind of giving the nice highlight that I wanted, but I still need to kind of just add. No, I don't need to add anything else. But I'm going to just put a little bit more of this on. On here as well. I assure you this is a mess, but it came out rather good, I'm not gonna lie, girl. I ain't gonna lie. May add a little bit of highlight up here, tiny bit of highlight. We call this a good look, bitch. Now, I'm gonna post some Instagram photos that are gonna be very face-tuned, very highly face-tuned, because this isn't very much of a hot mess. It isn't a hot mess, but it still needs a little bit of improvement. So I'm gonna put a little bit of nice, even highlight, such powder underneath my contour line quickly, just to really snatch that more, give that more definition. But other than that, that is my powder all done. I used the Revolution Pro powder today for my base in the shade Translucent, and it's really nice powder to use. Very cheap and affordable. I think that with my discount, my beauty card was only £6, which, not only £6, only £5.49 or something like that. So we knocked £1 off and something like that. And it was really nice. And it works so well. I'm like, bye guys. I'm gonna just quickly kind of like edit this video, post it on Friday at 7:30. Be ready.